this is Soundout here, back with part 2 of the Sentai Shinkenger Gattai Daitenkuu. Alright, so I showed you each of the origami in part 1, and I talked about some stuff. Now, each of these can combine with Shinkeno, like I said. So go watch part 1 first. That would help. But anyway, so they can each combine with Shinkeno, very much to the Jungle Fury Geki Ranger auxiliaries, except they also can combine with themselves. But anyway, I'll push Tora and Kajiki out of the way here, like way out of the way. Kajiki likes to fall over. Oh, Kajiki doesn't have firing missiles. I hope I'm saying it right. Let me check myself here. Alright, it is Kajiki. Okay. Anyway, Kabuto. So here's Kabuto origami. He's a little bit more show accurate than the deluxe version here. To get Shinkeno ready, I took his sword and shield off. You want to take the helmet off, fold it up. Now you could just put it off to the side, or you could stick it in his leg here. There is, enough clearance so you could stick it in his leg, much like the deluxe version. Now, to get him ready, you want to take off these, and my newly found leg, yay. This still spins, nothing moves. Then you want to take these parts, they will tab here. You want to make sure that little tab's down, and I left it down from the last reveal. And then, there you go. So you got those ready. This looks pretty cool. Now you want to take this part, and they built in the back support automatically. He's a very deep orange. You want to put the helmet on, where it tabs onto Shinkeno's head, which is easier said than done since Shinkeno's head's on a ball joint. You gotta kind of line it up. And normally this doesn't work this way. So what you can do, you can take the helmet off, which is because of building, and yes, you can see Daitenku's eyes. You want so you can see and line this up a little bit better, which really helps. And it's better than the others. You could split this open now. But yeah, so he keeps the same head. He doesn't have alternate head there. You want to attach the thing back. You want to click this part so it tabs into that tab, and fold this up for the back. Oops. He needs leg support too. And there is Kabuto Shinkeno. Now, the back support does restrict his waist joint much, but it's better than having him collapse backwards, I think. He's still a little back heavy, but not as bad since he doesn't have a full-on disc in his back. You could give him the sword again, and the shield. I'll just show you the sword. But yeah, so you can do that, which is pretty neat. You unfortunately can't perform the finisher since this part doesn't spin, but that is the same head, I promise you. That is the same head. But there is Kabuto Shinkeno. I think this is my second favorite of the auxiliaries. I think Kajiki is my least favorite, and Tora is my favorite. But there you go. Very cool. Doesn't hinder the articulation any, except when you move the arms out, you gotta move those parts with them if you move the arms in extreme ways. So I'll take him apart now. I'll just leave him in his multiple pieces. And when you take it off, you can. I'm just gonna tab this here. It just comes. Well, it doesn't come right off. So that is kind of cool how the helmet is a separate piece. Unfortunately, you can't, again, tab that down, so it still's got a giant backpack. I'll reassemble them here. Here. Alright, now, moving on, I'll put him over this side. Here's Kajiki origami, my least favorite. The missiles don't fire, but he's pretty easy to form. You take this part off, split the shell halves here. You want to make sure Shinkeno's helmets are off, so they already are. Flip these parts up. Now he does bear resemblance to Geki Shark or the Shark Sword from Jungle Fury. Okay, now this is the one that bugs me, and why I don't use this combo very much. You have to take Shinkeno's head off the ball joint, which scares me because this ball joint's going to wear down eventually. This is the last time I use this combo. Then you attach it with the peg and all that. So that clicks into place, and actually stays in there pretty well, because when you click this back down, the helmet stays in place. I don't know if that's intended, but that peg is really hard to access. This part just attaches to the back here and folds down. And there's Kajiki Shinkeno. Now, again, you can give him the sword in the hand, or, as shown in the finisher, that doesn't move forward. I'm going to tilt my camera up here. You can stick this part in, and you can have Shinkeno's light on. Oh gosh. I'll just hold the helmet on. His lightning rod attack. Yeah, it's supposed to represent the swordfish and would cut down on the deluxe version. I'll just take that out for now. You don't want to shove the sword in too far. It starts to split this part, and that just closes back up. These are all ABS plastic, I believe. No PVC. Which is nice, because PVC doesn't turn out well in Bandai, does it? And then I'll just reattach him together. Alright. Now, finally, Tora Origami, my favorite. Here he is. Now, his thing is here a little loose because I think it cracked a little bit, but, don't know. To make Tora Shinkeno, you want to take this part off, and you want to take this part off. Do a samurai buso here. I believe this is the correct term. Pop this off, move it to the side. As you can see, this is very intricate. You want to pull this down again. Support, yay. I like how the support's built in. You want to attach this part here with the peg. Fold these up so they line up and become the crown. Very nice little helmet there. Fold up this part here, and the helmet does attach quite easily, but having it hold on isn't so easy. Again, you won't have these troubles with the deluxe version since they are higher quality plastic, but the head doesn't move, which is sometimes a good thing and sometimes, yeah. These are really cool. I really think this is like a retro Fire Shinkeno, pretty much. And there is Tora Shinkeno. I wish I could zoom out, but I can't. Anyway, it does look like he has a crown on his head, which is very funny indeed, since they're drills. Now, you can lean it forward to do the special drill attack, if you'd like. But there's Tora Shinkeno. I think the best out of the main combinations. I'm kind of oops, that part comes off because it's where you connect it for the build. You could do a Voltron attack, I guess, with those. So yes, so yeah, again, Shinken Red totally owns this one because he's got most of the body. The arms and the legs are the only thing he's not controlling here. So yes, Tora Origami does resemble the Wand Tiger or Tiger Zord if you're a Power Rangers fan. I'm going to take that part off. I'm going to put Shinkeno to the side. I'm going to bring back in Kabuto and Kajiki. I'm going to reassemble Tora here off camera so it's really quick and simple and fast. And I don't think I'm going to have time for Daitenkuu, but at least I'll show you a group shot final for this review. But I think, here we go. Yep, I'm running about 9 minutes. I can't seem to get, oops, put that on the wrong side. Can't seem to get my reviews in less than one part, except for my sushi changer. But, so there's Tora Origami, Kajiki Origami, and Kabuto Origami. So, coming in the next part, is it part 3? Am I seriously on part 3? I'm on part 3. Part 3, Daitenkuu and Tenku Shinkeno. Stay tuned. Till next time, Sound saying goodbye.